focus on my brake lights.
Ain't turning back, now that I'm back on track, yeah. Take my word for it, put a couple bands on it. And I don't plan on letting people turn me, no. You can say what you want, I'ma keep pressing on. I came up out that green light, I'm feeling green, right? Talking to my past life, focus on my brake lights. Cruising to my future now.
Yes, yes, yes. Y'all already know what time it is. We have come to invade your home, your office, your tablet, your phone, however you are watching us. So listen, this next hour, don't go anywhere. No. Don't switch the channel. Don't do anything. You are stuck. You are stuck with us here for this next hour. And you're like, well, why am I stuck with these ladies? Who are these ladies that I'm stuck with? Well, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Nori.
I'm Angeli.
I'm Shaitia.
And you are tuned into Breaking the Silence. Here we are always breaking the silence on so many different topics. And today is no different. So today we're going to be talking about really interesting things, right, ladies?
Yes.
So listen, the first thing that we're going to be talking about today is something very, very important, which is to click, connect, and conquer. Building your brand online.
Yes.
This is very important, especially for those of you who want to get out there. You're starting your business, you have your business. Stay tuned for this topic. Don't go nowhere. Get a pen, a notepad, and take down some notes as well. But you know, we're gonna throw in a little bit of fun in there too. We're gonna have our game called Guess the Emoji. Oh boy, strength and symbols.
Yes.
All right, let's see how we do. Let's see how we do in this game. And I already want to let you guys know offhand that we have cheaters in the house.
No.
They're always cheating, so you know, keep an eye out for that.
Ready
okay?
to lose.
And if y'all have the answers, you know, you can go ahead and send them in to help me out. You know, so you want to stay tuned for that if you want to get a little bit of laughter as well. And then we have our other topic that we will be discussing today, which is about names, unveiling the history of unique names.
Yes.
That is very interesting.
Yes.
Wow. So listen, you who are, you know, about to have a baby, you're planning to have a baby, you're looking for names and stuff, well, stay tuned for that one as well. But we want to give you guys some time to soak all of that in. We're going to go on a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Don't change the channel. We will be right back with more Breaking the Silence.
Real women, real talk. Breaking the silence is where stories become connections. Let's break the silence together.
What do you wish for? A nice life? Nice things? Or do you wish for something more? A sense of purpose? Do you wish to discover a cure? To write code that cracks an unsolvable question? To further our exploration into space? Or to invent something that changes everything right here on Earth? Well, if that's your wish, make yourself ready. Because when you look back, you'll see that you didn't just make wishes, you realized them.
You know you don't have to wear your PT gear anymore, right?
It's comfortable.
So how's civilian life treating you?
It's fine.
When I got out, I didn't want to admit that there was anything wrong because I felt like a failure. And then I realized, like, there's nothing to be ashamed of. So I started talking to someone. Maybe you are fine, but if you're not, it's okay.
Thank you.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Breaking the silence. Laughs. Fun. Real women, real talk. Stay tuned.
Breaking the Silence is back. Let's keep the conversation going.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
Justification that comes with any addiction.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
But as you mature, you have to be with someone who matures with you.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
All right, we are back. And before we get into our topic, our first topic, let us get into our question of the day. Question of the day. It is time for our question of the day. Let us pull that up. It is right there for you. What's your go-to strategy for keeping communication open and honest? Oh my goodness.
This is something to think about.
Yeah. This is good. I want to talk about it already.
No. You've already broken that habit.
It's not for us, right? Yes. Let's not go back
She's
to
been
old
doing so good on her New Year's
Okay, I'm
resolution.
sorry. My apologies.
Yes.
My apologies. This question is for all of you who are watching right now. We do have our QR code that you can be able to scan. Bam, there it goes. So Breaking the Silence _talk show. Send in your comments, and later on in the show, we will definitely be reading some of your comments, all right? So there you have it. You have a couple of minutes, okay? You have more than 30 minutes to send in your comments. So don't wait, don't procrastinate. Send it in because we want to hear from you guys. So ladies, y'all ready to jump into this topic?
Yes.
And this topic is very important. It's very essential, you know, to put your digital presence out there. You know, nowadays, you know, social media, it's a big thing.
Yeah.
You know, putting your brand online is a way that you can be able to reach so many people, right?
Yeah, and you know, whether you are like an up-and-coming business person, you're trying to start your business, you know, you're a creative professional, it doesn't matter what type of brand you're trying to build. You know, social media is very, very important to building your brand.
Yeah, and that's why today we're going to explore some tips that, you know, you guys can do so that you can make your mark online.
There you go. So the first thing you want to do is to define. Define your brand. Know who you are. Know who you are, who you want to reach. That is very important, and it is essential. What makes you unique? What makes you stand out from others? That is definitely important. Clarity is also key. And whatever it is that you're trying to sell, whatever it is that you're trying to put out there, you need to make sure that it is clear for everyone who is going to see it, everyone who is going to hear about it. Define. Defining is definitely, I think, one of the number one things that we need to do.
And you know, once you already know what type of brand you are that you want to be, you need to make sure you choose your social platform properly. You know, you want to make sure that you're not, if you're a professional, you want to go to platforms like LinkedIn, because that's where professionals meet. That's where a lot of people who are doing like job searches and things like that go to. If you want to do a content creator, or you want to have like certain kind of businesses, but you don't want to do like long videos, you'll go to TikTok, because you can't have a long video on TikTok because everybody's just scrolling through just quick. So you have to have something that's going to be quick, that's going to jump out, that's going to catch that person's attention, be like, hey, I want to go back to there, let me go to that, you know, that page. And then you also have things like Instagram, YouTube. So you want to make sure that whatever platform you choose has to be the right platform for your business, and that you're doing the right content for that platform as well.
Yeah, and of course another thing is consistency. And I think this is really great. And even if you're just still building your brand, but once you make that mark online, they know that, okay, Wednesday, I know that this business posts this kind of content, you know, or maybe Saturday they post their content, a new content coming up for the business. If you just post like irregularly, they'll be confused because you don't have that consistency. And although it takes like a little bit of patience and perseverance while you're being consistent, but it's nice if you actually have that consistency, and also your visual aesthetic. For example, you wanted it clean, or maybe you wanted wanted more like artistic, but then all of a sudden you went on black and white, you know? So like viewers who've been with you, like followers who've been in that social media platform, they'll be confused. Is something wrong with the business? Are they upgrading? Are they downgrading? Because it's not something consistent. So it could be like a little bit downgraded for them. So make sure that you are consistent with your posts.
That's good. And being consistent as well with engaging with your audience. It is always important to always be engaging with them so they can see, you know, what you're about. One thing that really catches their attention is your sincerity, is being real in everything that you're putting out there, making sure that you're always responding to messages, to comments, to all of these things, anything that they put that may, you know, that they find interest in. Is very important to always keep that engagement with your audience for whatever and for everything as well, because it's also gonna let them know like, hey, you know, this person is really, you know, consistent. This person is always posting things, and if something's up, hey, they let us know that something's up, or whatever the case may be. You know, don't try to be everywhere at once. Focus on platforms where your target audience spends their time. And that right there is definitely going to help you a lot.
Because that's also going to help with the consistency. So if you're like on everything, you won't be able to post enough videos everywhere, and you'll burn out as well. You know, because you're focusing on this place, this, that. So when you focus on one platform directly, then you're able to spend more time on that platform. You're able to spend more time targeting and rearranging your videos in a certain way, or your posts in a certain way, for you to reach the people that you need to reach. And you want to invest in good quality tools, you know, materials. Like you want to have a nice camera, you want to have the right lighting, because that's going to help people want to actually watch your video, especially nowadays. I know that when I see like something from the 90s and you see the quality isn't the same, sometimes you're like, oh, because you know, you get a little spoiled with the HD and the 2K, all of that, 4K. So when you see something that's not in the right quality, a person might not be keen to tune into that video or to keep watching it. So you want to make sure you have good quality stuff.
And now what's also making like a lot of business more visible is the hashtag and the keywords. You know, and you see like some posts, they have like so many keywords or so many hashtags, you don't even know which one is pertaining to that social media business or that person. But even if you just have maybe one or two, or maybe like, okay, 5, but those are actually pertaining to your business, you know, hashtag BTS, for example, hashtag breaking the silence, right? So keywords that would actually stick to them, like unique ones, not like what everybody is using, but something that would make your business stand out.
Definitely. And you know, there's a fact that I want to share with you guys. So remember the 3-7-27 law of branding? So it takes 3 contacts for someone to remember your name, 7 to put your name with your business, and 27 to become top of mind brand name. So that right there is key. It's key for a person to always kind of like remember you, because if they see it once, if there isn't that consistency, like Angelique said earlier, listen, they're just gonna see it and they're gonna forget it right away. But if it's something that, you know, you keep investing, you keep putting out there, you keep, you know, doing things that is gonna kind of make them remember it, then hey, that's something that they're always gonna go and remember and go back to as well. So
and you want to tell your story. You know, you want people to be able to relate to you. I know, like me, as I'm on like my fitness journey, I'm not looking for like the personal trainers or things like that. But I tend to look at the videos. You know, like there's this one, her name is Grow with Joe, and you see her before and her after, and you see like how she does things and this, and you connect more with that person. So when you tell your story, whoever your target audience is, they'll be more in tune to want to watch your growth. They'll feel relatable to you as well. And again, that goes back to what Nori was saying about the being sincere, because when you tell your story, you're sincere, a person will be willing to follow you and help support your brand regardless of what it is.
Yes. And you have to analyze.
No, go ahead.
Analyzing as well your analytics. For example, you need to have a tracker for each post that, for example, this one has so many so many likes or so many shares and views. Why? You know, you need to make sure that each post gets, okay, this one didn't have much views, didn't have much likes. Let us, you know, improve it. But more or less, you will have like an idea of what your viewers, what your followers like. And then from then on, you're going to just create more posts that is pertaining to that kind of, you know, content. And that makes sense, because if you're just posting and then you don't even know which one appeals to the followers, then you're just basically not wasting time, but you're not really investing on what really is important.
And that is very important, investing, knowing what you're doing, taking the time, informing yourself, and just really putting yourself out there. Like you guys speaking is reminding me of this guy that he started his it's kind of like Zumba, but it isn't. It's more of like exercising with dancing, but from my culture, which is Punta. And he started out of nowhere. He started, you know, just with like a few people, and now he travels like every month. He's traveling. He travels to New York, he travels to California, he travels doing these classes and targeting, and the way he targeted his audience is like, it's crazy, because normally when it comes to Zumba and dancing and exercise, you normally see women doing it. But he's worked in such a way that now he has men also in his classes and stuff like that, and he makes it accessible, not only in those big events when he goes and does those workouts, but he also does like one-on-one sessions with those who probably don't feel comfortable exercising that way in front of people, or if not, he would do maybe kind of like a free class live, you know, and those who want to join in, they could join in without the worry of being judged or criticized or whatever, you know, sharing his story and hearing from others as well. Their feedbacks has definitely helped them to grow, like, you know, the amount of people that he works with.
And you know, that's also the good thing as well, because when you have a good brand, people will speak about it. You know, people will be like, hey, did you see this? Did you see that? People will be willing to promote you for you, you know. So once you get the ball rolling, once you get it started, then they will do the rest, you know. But you just have to make sure that you're doing something that people like, that they enjoy. As you was talking about, like the dance, you know, having different ways people can even join in, like, you know, on live or in person, or watching a certain video. Maybe they don't even need to go on live, but just watching the video, you know, there's tips and things that they can do through the video will keep a person wanting to come back, because they're like, oh, I need some more tips. I need a new exercise. I want to do this routine for my family. I want to show them that I know how to do this dance now. You know, it will keep a person coming back for more.
Yeah, and that's when quality over quantity actually makes sense, because at each post that you put in social media, it's not something that, okay, let me just post it. It's thought about, like, you know, okay, my followers like have this liking of maybe healthy eating. So you put a post there about, with maybe add some videos that are like laughing or whatever, reels that would make it lighthearted. But it's something that it's thought about. It's not just something that you just threw out there just to make one more post, you know. And when quality is over quantity, then again, like Shruti was saying, that, you know, it's gonna spread, even though sometimes you don't even need to, you know, for you to advertise. You know, get someone to advertise for you, because these clients, these customers are coming to you. They're the one who's going to advertise for you. But if you only have like that good quality in your business.
Collaborating with others is definitely a plus. It's gonna help you expand. It's gonna help you to, you know, get together with other people, partnering up with other people. That is also going to open up great doors and opportunities as well. So
because you have their followers, and then now you have, like, you have your followers and their followers. So now you're being put out there more. So that shows why it's important as well to collaborate with others.
Exactly.
Because you have a different market that maybe people wouldn't even know about you.
There you go. So listen, those are just many ways that you can be able to make your online presence go boom. You know, you're gonna be like, whoa, what's going on? I can't handle this alone. And you're gonna find yourself like, listen, I need you to help me here, Felicia. Oh, Rasputia, come on, like, we need to get together and we need to do this because this is going crazy. So listen, make your online presence known. You who want to start your business, you want to do great things, get to know who your target audience is and all of that, and you're going to see how great and successful you are going to be. But we're going to go on a quick break, and when we do come back, we're going to come back with our game, Guess the Emoji. So we'll be right back.
Laugh, learn, and love with Breaking the Silence. We'll be right back.
Breaking the silence. Your story matters. Your voice deserves to be heard. Join the conversation.
You're so right for me, and I'm right for you. I love the things you do, like sweet tasting wine. Your lips are so divine. Your loving turns me on. My lonely days are gone. That's why I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go, babe. I'm never gonna let you go. No, never gonna let you go.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Want more meaningful conversations? Well, then you're in luck, because you're watching Breaking the Silence.
And we are back. We are back with Guess the Emoji. Oh my goodness. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Are you guys gonna cheat?
No.
I don't believe. You see what they're wearing? They're wearing cheetah prints, okay? Because they're cheetahs.
No.
Don't cheat. Be fair. Listen, y'all my witness.
It's just a facade.
Y'all are
Yeah,
my
it's not
witness,
really what's
okay?
inside.
So, all right, let us dive right into it. Whew. Okay, let us get that first one, please. All right, let us see.
Okay, this is a phrase.
Yeah, it's a phrase.
Breaking the glass ceiling?
Yes,
Oh
it's true.
my God.
Yeah.
You see, someone lucky gave her the answers before we started. This isn't fair. You see, we're already
right.
starting off on the wrong foot. Okay.
Okay.
This is not
We've
it.
warmed up.
Okay,
Sure.
let's go.
Okay.
Next one.
Okay,
Alrighty.
next.
All right, let's see. Issue. Court case.
Financial
settlement.
financial
Financial settlement.
financial
problem. Lawsuit.
financial issues.
Balancing your money. Balancing
Money problems.
Stocks. More money, more problems.
Financial aid.
More money, more problems.
Financial
Balancing your corn
paying your
Getting
tickets.
justice for your money for the purse that was stolen.
No.
Oh my God.
Settlement.
I said settlement.
Can we get a hint?
Equal pay? Like equal pay?
Yes.
Okay, makes sense. Equal. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
okay.
Okay, we were
Yeah,
went
that
all the way to
was
the court.
I was thinking like scales.
I was like, huh? I went to the court. We went to court. All right.
Yes.
sure did.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Come on, I got a view of the map.
One.
All right.
Next one.
Come on, Angela, you gotta get this one, okay?
All right. Historical figures. What?
Farmer.
The
Wild West.
Agriculture,
Cow woman.
advocacy,
Like a cowboy.
horse, cow, house, agricultural,
What's the farmer's name? McDonald.
pioneer women.
Okay. I said McDonald.
I said bingo.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, so we're all tied up now.
Yes.
Woo.
Okay.
Now it's gonna get serious,
Yes.
y'all. Okay. No more giving chances.
No.
All right.
So we ready for the next one?
Yes, we are.
Let us dive into this one.
Okay.
Science. We all got a point. Don't play. We all got a point.
We said that together. Me and Angeline said STEM at the same time.
Me and
Angeline, I need a point for that.
Okay.
They heard Angelique say it first, so they gave it to Angelique.
I guess it's the who guesses louder. Like who yells louder.
Okay,
No problem.
Okay. I lost my voice. All right.
Talk about being competitive up in here.
The amount of times we yelled STEM right now.
All right.
Okay, next one.
Are we ready for the next one? Let's keep our composure. It's a phrase.
Wonder Woman.
Girl power. Girl power.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay, Angeline.
Okay. All right, Angelique, you got that one. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
That one was quick.
Yeah.
That one was quick.
Okay,
All right. So we're good for the
Yes.
next one?
Yes.
You ready for it, Tia?
Yes, I'm ready.
Let us have it, please. It's an issue. Woman something. It's an issue around the world with women. Women inequality or not enough or,
hold on.
Women's rights.
Yes.
No. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Okay.
Is that what you said?
I was in her brain, but it didn't come out right.
I was gonna start singing. We are the world. Oh my goodness.
We gotta get it said.
We gotta get it together.
It's too
It
funny.
just came out wrong, but that's exactly what I was
wasn't
saying
her.
here.
Yeah, she
so
was thinking
I
about
should
it.
get partial point.
There's no partial points.
Yeah, no.
Hey, how Angelique got 4? Where's my point for that?
Hey, I mean, like, don't make me a cheetah, all right? I'm no cheetah.
Oh goodness. Well, it looks like you're cheating.
Yes.
All right.
They cheated
Do we
for
have
you.
any more? Yes, we do.
All right, do we have one
We
more?
have more. We have more.
Okay.
Holiday. Mother's Day. Mother's Day.
Women's Day.
Women's
Day.
Health Day.
Yup, Women's Day. Thank you very much. Can I get that point,
I
please?
said Mother's Day. Oh,
Can I get that point? I said Women's Day.
Y'all say Mother's Day at the same time.
Woo! There you go.
Okay.
Hey, why don't I still have my point?
She like vying for her point. Yeah, give her her point.
I said woman's right.
Give her her point. Come on now. Like, let's be fair.
Okay.
I'm not trying to steal your point.
Yes.
So we're ready for the
I
next
think
one?
Angelique paid them off today.
Uh-oh.
She did. She bribed them. Okay. Let us go to the next one.
All right.
All right, we're ready.
Okay.
Heart health. Cardiovascular.
Women's health.
Hey, health.
Vascular.
Nobody got that point. Y'all better not give it to Angelique.
Hey, I said
Y'all better
heart
not.
health.
I said heart health too.
Oh, so
no, she don't get it, right?
Women's
Nobody
health.
gets
do we
it.
get it? Or
gets
no? At
it.
least half a point.
Nobody get it. No,
No half a point
either.
Look, they are still not giving me one. I give it to you. Angelique has 3 and I have 2 people.
Well.
Now Angelique wore cheetah print for a reason.
Oh well. little
She
way.
did. She
It's not
came
just a
in
facade. Well, it is just a
today.
facade, okay?
Okay.
Yes.
Ooh,
You got that one.
Air 5, Air
Angeline.
5. Bam! You did a great job. Air 5 for you
All right.
two for trying. Woo!
All right.
All right, y'all. So listen,
me.
Angeline won. You know, that's because she paid them off.
Yes.
You know,
Oh, well.
she paid them to
She
get the
bribed
answers
them.
ahead of time.
Well, you know what goes behind the scenes.
So, but I hope you guys got them right too.
Yeah.
And if you didn't, know that Angeline was behind it all.
Oh my gosh.
I promise you.
I hope your ears are not hurting because we were yelling for like,
that
our lives.
stand one was crazy.
Oh goodness.
Sorry.
But listen, we hope you guys had some fun. I know we did. You laugh a little bit, but now we are gonna go on a quick break. And when we come back, we're gonna be talking about interesting names, the meaning of it, its origins, and all of the above. So don't go nowhere.
We will be right back with more Breaking the Silence.
Empowered women, empowering conversations. Stay with us on Breaking the Silence as we inspire and uplift each other.
Hey, did you know that besides calling our helpline, you can also send us a text message to 1-888-312-4141? Yes, it's an easier way to contact us, just as our call-in helpline number, 1-888-312-4141.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Julie was always a voracious reader. She'd carry 2 novels on an airplane because she'd read one on a 3-4 hour ride. And at some point, I began to notice that she would read a page and couldn't remember what she had just read, and she'd have to go back and read it again.
I don't remember much these days after I read, but less does for me, and I love it.
Let's strive to grow together on Breaking the Silence.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
Justification that comes with any addiction.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
But as you mature, you have to be with someone who matures with you.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
So we are back and we are going to unveil the history behind certain names. We hear a lot of names here and there. Some of them have meaning, many different meanings as well. So this is going to be a very good topic, isn't it?
Yeah, because you know, names aren't just labels, you know, because a name is something that are you called by, but it has meaning to it. You know, it can be cultural. It has history behind it. And the funny thing about names is the trend can change over time.
Yeah, and that is why we're going to explore the origins and the trends. And sometimes you name your child that you don't even know where it came from, you know? So today we're going to look at it.
And one of the first ones we're definitely going to dive in today is ancient origins regarding biblical names. And that's one thing that you see that's very common when you go to like name people or name your babies, your children. It's biblical names like Daniel, names like Ezekiel, names like Hannah, names like Elijah, Mary, Deborah. All of these, they carry deep religious and historical significance, which is very, very powerful. But their popularity as well, they tend to fluctuate depending on cultural trends as well. So that we have that as well.
Yeah, and you know, it's funny because sometimes people, they want to name their child something from the Bible, and they go and they pick a name, and sometimes they don't even know who that name represents.
Yeah.
And I know that there's this lady in California that I've met. She named her daughter Jezebel.
Oh my
And she didn't know like who Jezebel was or anything. And so if you're gonna use a biblical name, just be a little careful of who the person is, who you're representing, you know. But another term that's common is to name them after nature, you know. So we have names like Willow, River, Luna. So you see a lot in nature, people will name them after like sky, after nature,
Blossom.
you know, the blossom.
Yeah,
and we've
another
seen
name.
it recently surge in popularity, and it connects to nature and the desire that, you know, people want that sense of peace, that sense of tranquility, you know. So that's why they'll name them, because they want them to be kind of like how they feel when they experience that moment at that time.
Yeah. And for our mythological fans, we do have like some names as well that's coming from mythology, right? Alexandra, yes, now you know that it's from mythology. Phoenix, yes, Phoenix. We have Athena, we have Melissa, Jasper, we have Apollo as well. And they all carry an air of power and mystique, and you know, that strong, timeless quality of the name. So sometimes we, again, as I've mentioned earlier, we name our child, or you know, and then we don't know where the origin, or it's because it's trending, or it's because of that, like the example that you gave, they don't know exactly why, you know, the name, why is it born, you know, where is it coming from.
That's why it's always good to do your research.
Yeah, do your research, please.
Name your child.
Or else your child can be like, Mom, I need to change my name.
In the future.
Oh my goodness, yes. Oh, always think about that. Your child gonna have to go to school.
Right.
But we do have our cultural influences as well, like geographical names. Names like Brooklyn, Cairo, Asia, Bronx, Kingston, Savannah, all of these different names, they showcase a connection to a specific location. And there's many people who do that as well. Like maybe they were at a point in their lives where they probably conceived, or, you know, a place that really marks them, and they want to go ahead because it's meaningful for them. They want to go ahead and name their child that
like
as
their
well.
hometown, something that they want to always have a part of them, you know?
Exactly.
And it's funny because we're also a current trend nowadays is to name your children. You know, sometimes it's even common names, but you have those unique names. So you have names like Asher, Maverick, Harper Lane, Kingsley Rose, Jaxley. You know, these names that are not normal. They're not, you know, or sometimes it's the same name, but it's spelled differently. You know, they have these creative ways to spell the name. And I even think of like when my mom named me, because I have a hyphen in my name, and I have 2 words that she just randomly put together. She
really wanted to name her Tia, but thought that she was gonna be shy, so decided to name her Shy
And you
Tia.
know, when I was younger, like I'll be around people and they'd be like, "How did your mom know that you would be so shy?" And I'm like, "I don't know." Like, I don't know. So sometimes even like not knowing, you'll name your child something, and it can really like represent who they are in the future.
Girl, you ain't lying. Look at my name. I said, well, what's going on here?
Oh yeah, came all the way from Japan.
I always had growing up, I had an issue with my name because everyone had common names, you know, Angelique or Carol or I don't know, Kimberly, Brittany. And here I am with the name Nori. And when I look up Nori, the main thing that comes out when you look Nori up is seaweed.
Yes.
Seaweed or sushi. So it's like, you know,
your dad was hungry.
I was like, goodness, all of my other siblings, they have normal names. Like, where are you coming from with Nori? But listen, I went and I dug in a little deeper in my name. So depending on the culture, you know, my name has different meanings. Like, for example, in the Japanese culture, Nori means achievement, it means law, it means love. For the Italian culture, it means honor. And for the Korean culture, it's more kind of like on a playful side, like, you know, living life, singing, dancing, which I love to do. So maybe he wasn't
too off.
You know? But you know, there's those uncommon names like mine that goes around as well.
And you know, sometimes they're popular. You know, it's a name, like my middle name is Malika, and my mom just named me it because she liked the name. You know, but for the Arabics, that means queen. It means like royalty. So sometimes a name is popular, but when you do go back and do like deep dive and things like that, you will see like, wow, this means that. Like, you know, I'm like this, or like, as you said, like dancer, things like that. So it's really cool.
And talking about popular, there are a lot of like popularity, right? Trends. Like a common name, because it's so used, it's a mainstream name that, you know, the parent, okay, let's just pick that because it's so popular. For example, we have Diane, we have Denise, Alfred, Anthony, Lissa, Wallace, Dorothy, Gwendolyn, Thelma as well, or Mildred. And we have like more common names. However, and sometimes because it's been so used over time, they're now considered as like vintage and unique. Although it doesn't, you know, it sounds unique, but because it's been like over time, the trend, then they consider it vintage.
Nice, interesting. But I want to do one thing. I want to do one thing before we continue. Let us help our wonderful friend Angeli pronounce.
It's Lisa. No.
Come on, say it.
Lisa. I'm gonna stick to that, and I'm gonna make that a trend. All right.
Oh
you
my
got
goodness.
Lisa and Lisa.
Right? Yes. Trendsetter, Angeli.
Okay.
All right. Let's move on.
On another note, but those of you who are maybe you're expecting a child, you know, or maybe you have the honor of naming a loved one's baby, you know, before you name them anything, make sure you do, again, your research. Maybe you don't want to have a common name like Melissa, Diane, Lisa. You want to do something different. Again, make sure you do your research. Find out what that name means. Because again, you don't want to name your child something like Jezebel, Lucifer, you know, just because you find it in the Bible, not knowing who that person stood for.
Cultural sensitivity, that I think that will fall under cultural sensitivity as well, because it depends also as well from your background, your culture. Whatever name that you might choose might be scandalous. That anyone that hears that name, they'll be like, like what? I'm sorry, come again? What is your name? You know, so you want to be sensitive to that kind of stuff as well, you know. And I think also saying it out loud. Saying the name out loud.
Please say it out loud.
Saying it together with the last name. See if it's gonna match, or see if it's gonna, you know, if it's gonna be appropriate, or if it's gonna make sense. Like, we know a lot of people who have two first names, right? Like their first name and their like first names and stuff like that. And it doesn't match. It sounds funny, things like that. Or you might name them something that for somebody else it might mean something completely different. So it's always good to do your homework on those things, because you'll avoid regrets later on down the line.
Or your child suffering a lot in the future.
Yes, being bullied at school.
Bullied, exactly.
Yeah.
Even I remember I saw like a video of this lady. She was a nurse, right? And so the mom like wanted to name her child something, you know, they have to have the birth certificate. And the nurse was like, please do not name your child this. And the mom was like, no, but I like it. She was like, listen, Lisa, don't name your child this name. And the mom, like after a while, she reconsidered, and she did see in the future, like, wow, I really wanted to name my child this, because she saw the problem it could have caused.
Yeah, and sometimes it looks really beautiful when you see it on paper or when you write it down, but when you say it, or you realize how hard it is for someone else to pronounce it.
Listen, you said pronounce right now, and you just reminded me of a friend that I had in elementary school. Like, this girl name was Jovidania Villavicencio. Like, where are you going? You know, and she struggled a lot. A lot of people used to bully her, you know, for her name, or like whenever it was like graduation or like, you know, ceremonies, like people would just struggle and they would just butcher her name completely. And it made her feel some type of way. So she grew up with like I can't stand my name. I hate it so much, and this and that and the other. I think she kind of changed it when she got old enough to change it.
Yeah,
but
probably shorten it or call me like Jody or something like that.
Exactly.
Have a nickname.
Exactly. So these are things to consider when we're naming our children.
Yes, please.
Or we have the honor, as Tia said, to name somebody else's child. Don't butcher somebody else's
Yes,
child.
please, no.
They have to go to school.
They have to live with it for, the rest of
for the
their
rest
life.
of their lives.
It's true. Just think about the emotional damage that it can do, on a child. So always do the research. Do the research, see the meaning behind it. You know, for those of you who kind of maybe are like spiritual and stuff like that, a lot of names have different meanings, the origins of where it comes from as well. So all of that is always good to take into consideration, not because it just sounds good to you or it looks good to you means that it's appropriate, okay? So, yes, let us be mindful when it comes to naming, okay? But on a different note, we are going to go to our question of the day. All right, so it is time for our question of the day. If you missed it towards the beginning of the show, we're gonna show it to you one more time. There it goes. What's your go-to strategy for keeping communication open and honest? I love this question, and we do have wonderful people who send in their comments, so let us get right into it. Rebecca, she says, I always have to remind myself that my partner is not me and they may not see things the same way I do. Helps me keep things in perspective and not get defensive. Bam! Mic drop. Rebecca, you are on point 1,000%. I love this because a lot of people, you know, they have fallouts and disagreements and stuff because of this, you know. So I really like that. Thank you for sharing that, Rebecca.
That is really good.
All right.
And we have our next comment from Keo. I may be oversimplifying, but I just kind of do it. I mean, the only way to be honest is to be honest, and that leads to open communication always. Yeah, you know,
it does. You just gotta go out and say it.
Yeah,
but Tia had her differences about it. She's gonna get into it in a bit. But I do agree with Kia. I mean, there's no other way. There's no other way. I mean, to be honest, you just gotta be honest. So, okay. Thanks, Keo.
Yes.
All
we
right.
have another one coming from Araceli. Space. Sometimes the best communication is none. Ooh. People don't have to talk 24/7, and some people need a bit to gain courage to speak or organize their thoughts. Yeah.
Okay.
Girl, I love that. I love the best communicate. Sometimes the best communication is
none.
Is none. Girl.
Especially if you're in that heat of the moment, you know, you're like both emotional and you're just high in emotions. It's best to sometimes give that space.
All right, so what about you, Anjali?
For me is space, but also not with the accusatory tone. You know, like, because you just basically you're like closing that communication already.
So basically, like, it's not what you say,
it's how you
say it.
Exactly.
All right. So yes, Miss Shaitia.
I'm kind of like Keo, but I just feel like it depends on how well I know the person, right? Because I want to, like, if I know you, if we're like cool, we're close to each other, then I'm just going to be like, you was wrong or this or that. But if I don't really know you too much, I'm going to be like, hey, you know, the other day this happened and I just want to let you, I'm going to approach it more differently because I don't have that relationship with that person and I don't know how they're going to take it. So I'm still going to be open. I'm still going to say it, but I'm just going to say it in a way that they might feel more comfortable with. But if I know you, I don't care. I'm just going to be like, this happened and let's fix it and like that because we have that open relationship.
You know how they're going to take it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I would definitely have to agree with Tia. There is no, for me personally, there is no really go-to strategy because you have to know the person as well. Because maybe that person don't have that emotional structure to handle what you're gonna say. So you gotta test the waters as well. You don't want that person to be offended, or you know they're that type of person that lashes out, or you know they just don't take things well. So you just gotta test the waters, know who you're talking to, and maybe and know the right time as well for me. So personally, that's just it. So yeah, that's mine. But y'all can keep them them comments coming in. We definitely want to continue hearing from you guys, all right? But we're gonna go on a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Is it time yet?
It's time.
Punch down chocolate dinner.
Oh, it's really good.
Donating pet food is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
Ready to love again, but worried the past will hold you back? Join Breaking the Silence as we guide you through crucial steps to inner healing before stepping into your next relationship. Step 1. Reflect and release. Acknowledge the past to pave the way for a brighter future. Step 2. Rediscover joy within yourself. Your passions are the key to unlocking a fulfilling life. Step 3. Build a support system. Connect with those who uplift you on your journey to healing. Don't face life's challenges alone. Find your tribe, break the silence, and join the conversation.
We know it's not an easy thing to do. So be kind to yourself, be merciful to yourself.
Because at the end of the day, when you look at yourself in the mirror, you have to be comfortable with you.
This is where I am. My heart, even though it's wounded, even though I've done something, this is what I need to be happy.
Sometimes, all it takes is a conversation.
You are watching Breaking the Silence.
Oh my goodness, I just wish we had more time with y'all. Listen, to give you information, to make you guys laugh, to interact. But oh my goodness, this was a really good show.
Yes.
This was a really good show.
Except for the cheating part. I just want to put
They
that
still
out
can't get
there.
over that part.
Let me tell
Come on,
you.
guys. I won, and let us settle that to God.
The level of saltiness over here.
I know. It's coming over the side. Like,
It's
come on.
real.
Yes.
But listen, going from learning and knowing how to expand your brand, your online presence, all of that is very, very important for those of you who are in the business or you want to put yourself out there. You know, I hope that you guys took these notes and they're going to be useful for you for getting out there, collaborating with others and stuff like that. Guess the emoji. Listen, she definitely guessed it and cheated at the same time, but it's okay.
She bribed them.
Okay.
She bribed them.
It's fine.
Guess.
I agree with Nori about the cheating now.
Wow, what a flip, right?
Make sure you do your research on your names, people.
Yes, do your research on your names. Make sure that the names are gonna be like nice, strong, powerful, meaningful, that you know this person will not have any regrets, because listen, it's a struggle when you can't find yourself living. Yes. Yes, okay, I struggle with it every day, but it's okay. It's fine. I've learned to accept and embrace
Yes.
it, all right? But we do want to remind you guys about our King series as well that airs Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. But you also have the weekends for you to catch it if you can't during the weekdays. So there's really no excuse as to why you saw the teaser earlier. It is going to be fire. I am glued to the King series, okay? So check it out. You're not gonna regret it. You are going to love it, all right? But ladies, listen, that is all the time we have. So she's gonna treat me to some coffee and she's gonna treat me to a massage. I'm gonna have to say, see ya. Bye.
Bye.